A big hello and welcome to episode 2 of my playthrough of Avatar Crossroads of Destiny by Funko and Prospero Hall. Now, episode 1 was a while ago. I do apologise. It's been really busy at home at work and things, but we are here right now. And thanks to the votes on the first episode, where you decided where we would go next, we chose option A, which was to head to the island of Kyoshi. So, to get into this again, I'll just explain who we have, what we are doing. We are playing with Katara and Aang. These are the decks. We do have Jet, our ally card that we did earn at the end of the first mission by gaining enough XP on the Team Avatar tracker. We've also knocked down the Fire Nation dominance by 3 points so far, and we're going to hopefully knock them down a little bit more. So first of all, mission 2, we will read the introduction. Team Avatar continues their adventures on Kyoshi Island, where Aang hopes to ride the giant elephant koi fish. I remember the episode, really cool. But when Prince Zuko arrives with Fire Nation forces, the soldiers begin torching the village to flush out Aang and his friends. While their new allies, the Kyoshi warriors, battle Zuko's firebenders, Team Avatar must extinguish all the fires. So, the objective for this mission is put out all village fires and defeat all Fire Nation soldiers and benders. That will lower the dominance by 2, and the mission will end straight away. Bonus mission, which we do need to complete before the main objective to gain the benefits, is lower Prince Zuko's strength to infinity, which means if you did watch the first episode, when you knock an enemy's health tracker down to 0, they are removed, but certain characters, main characters, they do stay on the board and still contribute to things as well. So there's still a challenge, but the health is down and you do get benefits. So special rules for this mission. On setup, place the numbered objective tokens on the matching spaces number side up. These tokens are village fires. Heroes can interact with village fires to put them out, and then we remove the token. To do this, you can use the interact action, and a hero must use as many cards as the number on the token. Now, we don't have to do these in any order. We don't have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, which is really good because that could be a bit of a pain. But for instance, if I want to put out fire number 3, I need to discard 3 cards from my hand. And we also have this symbol when we are doing the end of turn tokens, fan the flames, village fires, each burst attack 1. Now, it doesn't state that enemies are immune to this, so maybe we can manipulate the enemies a little bit and move them into positions where they could take a hit from the fires. We'll see how it goes. And the final one, this symbol is reignite. If 2 or fewer village fires remain, replace the lowest numbered village fire that has been removed. So, on top of having to deal with the enemies, with Zuko, there is a chance that fires will start reigniting. So in my head, I'm thinking we take out the bad guys first, then we can deal with the fires. Because if we do the fires first, maybe they'll just start reigniting, and it's a bit of a pain to, sort them out again. So first of all is we put our characters on any of the starting spaces, any of the green ones. Aang's gonna go there, and we'll put Katara there. And for turn number 1, we shuffle these, and we flip 1. Katara goes first. Okay, so here we go. Katara, we draw 5 cards. 5, and we shall take a look at these, see what she has got. So we've got Water Whip, basic card, Appa, which is really good, allows me and another hero to move, and Rushing Water, move 1 water tile 4 spaces, then do 1 damage to each enemy move through. Now that's really good because this can kind of go with Katara's special card ability, which is, I'll just hold it up just in case we've forgot. After Katara moves a water tile through a hero or enemy, she may place them on top of that tile. Now, that is really cool. We can hopefully try and push the enemies around, maybe even push ourselves around as well. So, Katara, first and foremost, I think we're going to try and deal some damage to the firebenders. The firebenders are always a pain, so we're going to start with Water Whip. So we discard Water Whip, and that is place 1 water tile close to Katara, range attack 1, heal any hero. Now, we don't need to heal, so I will put the water tile there, so that is close. I get to do a range attack 1. Now, I did state that I was going to go for a firebender, but I've kind of jumped the gun a bit. That's the only person available to attack, so you can attack in a straight line or a diagonal line. So the 1 damage to the Fire Nation soldier. We move his health tracker down 1 there. So, next. And we can essentially use as many cards as we have cards in our hand. So, Rushing Water, move 1 water tile 4 spaces, then do 1 damage to each enemy it move through. Ooh, okay. Right, we could do something a little bit smart here. So we're rushing river, not rushing water. Move one water tile, 4 spaces. I'm going to go, so this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it ends on his space, and we do 1 damage to enemies it passed through. Now, ending on a space counts as a pass through, and because we're in the same enemy collection, 1 point each. That's 2 points of damage. So, soldiers, boop, boop. They are down to 3 already. Katara has been a bit tanky right now. This is good, this is good. What shall we do? I will discard both of these basic cards to do her basic attack action, which is a ranged attack, for another 1 onto the soldier. Down to 2. Katara now has 1 card left. So, I am going to use it. I may as well. We're still early. Katara and 1 other hero move 1. Katara is going to move onto the water tile. Is she going to move onto the water? Wait. If that fire bursts, then I'm kind of in trouble. So no, what we'll do is we'll move there where the original one was. And Aang will also move onto the field a little bit just there. So, end of the turn. If you have any cards left in your hand, you can choose to discard them if you want. We then draw cards until we've got 5. I won't look at these until my next turn. So there's my 5 cards for Katara. We flip over the token to show that Katara is done, and then we flip one of the challenge tokens. So we will do this one, and it's blank, so nothing happens. Really good. Next, we go on to Aang, so we draw 5 cards. No need to use Jet just yet, but we have got the ally just in case. So what has Aang got? We've got Gentle Breeze, heal 1 for each air tile that is at least 4 spaces away, place Aang on top of any air tile. That's really good. Discard to do 2. Avatar State. Now this is the upgrade card I got at the end of episode 1. Add 1 to each number on Aang's action cards. And Staff Twirl. If Aang is close to an air tile, close attack 2. Ooh, okay. Right. We're going to get these soldiers out of the way straight away. Glider. Place Aang on top of an air tile. My friend is going to go there. Next, we are going to do Staff Twirl. If Aang is close to an air tile, close attack 2. So he's on it. Close attack 2. We deal 2 damage to the soldier. Bonk, bonk. The soldiers are already defeated, so they are now off the board. Very, very good, Aang. Okay, we've got 3 cards left. Now we can work on the firebenders. Yeah, let's see what we can do. Also, I should show as well, like Katara, Aang has a special ability on his card, which is Air Nomad. As a basic action, Aang may discard a card to place an air tile anywhere. So that's really good with his glider. You can essentially just jump up the map. Just a quick... Right, I'm off. Right, okay, so what we're going to do then. We've already got 2 air tiles on the field. I kind of need to get him close. Well, he's got a ranged basic attack. So, yeah, what we'll do is we'll do Momo. We'll stay put. That counts as 2 cards, so we'll do a basic range 1 and we'll do it on the firebender. So we knock him down to 1. We've got 2 cards left. The Avatar State isn't really doing anything right now, so I am going to discard them both to do another basic attack onto the firebender. So there we go. Turn done. Aang then draws 5 cards, and again, I won't look at these until it's the next turn. So we've got 5 there. We do have 1 card left because we did get an upgrade. So there's Aang's. We flip over his token, and we flip one of these, and we will go for this one. What have we got? Ooh, symbol. Fan the flames. Village fires. Each burst attack 1. Right. So this one, burst 1. So the firebender takes a point of damage from the fire exploding. Nobody else is close. We're all good. That's that. And now begins the first enemy turn. So we take the first card and we take a look. So we start from the top. We have these soldiers. So no soldiers on the field. We ignore it. Next one we go to the firebenders. Move 1 away from the closest hero. Once this round, fire tiles move to burst attack 1. So we get to do this first part for both of the firebenders, but only once at the end. So we'll do the first firebender first. So move 1 away from the closest hero. So he is going to move 1 away. Now that's a fire there, but there's nowhere else he would go, so technically, I guess he'd go there. I'm not sure if you can actually step on the tiles. It can interact, but can't step on them, I think. Right, okay, so he's going to step there. So that's him done. And then once this round, fire tiles move to burst attack 1, and obviously they would go towards us, the heroes. So this fire tile is going to go 1, 2, and in the law of board games, whatever option impacts the players the most. So instead of just going there and dealing 1 to Katara, we would say it would go there, and it would hit us both. So we do burst attack 1. So that means Aang and Katara both take a point of damage. So we're both down to 9 health. Not too bad. That fire attack there also moves 2. So it would go 1, 2. It does a burst, affects no one. This fire tile, 1, 2, does a burst, doesn't affect anyone. And remember, we do have 2 firebenders, and this guy hasn't moved yet. So he would move 1 away from Aang. So he's just going to back up into that corner. And that is the first enemy turn. We then discard that. Brand new round begins. We get both of the tiles. We shuffle them again. And we see who goes first. Which are we flipping? Aang, you are first, my friend. Okay, so we've got Aang's 5 cards. So let's take a look. We have a basic card, basic, 5 basic cards. That is a terrible shuffle, Paul, but it's okay. Right, so we're still working on taking out these guys. So we're going to just have to do some basic moves, I think, aren't we? So 1 card, we will move Aang there. So he's out of line for Zuko, but he can still attack either side in a straight line. 2 cards is a basic hit 1 on this firebender. And 2 cards, because we like sharing the love, basic hit 1 on this one. Firebenders are down to 1. End of Aang's turn. We flip the token. We draw 5. We've only got 1, so we do need to shuffle these now to draw 4 more. So hopefully we're praying for a better shuffle. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's Aang's hand. Deck goes there. We then flip a token. Ooh! Okay, we draw an extra card, which means for Aang's next turn, he gets an additional, and also that means Katara gets one as well. So Katara has got her final card there, so we don't need to shuffle just yet. So Aang's turn is done. We now go on to Katara. So here we go. We've got 6 cards now, so this is going to be quite a big turn. So we've got basic, basic, put all the basics together. So we've got basic, basic, basic. Stream the water, move 1 water tile 5 spaces, heal any hero 1. Move 1 water tile 2 spaces, then 1 hero it moved through heals 2 on Momo. See, we're still on 9 health each. It's not really a problem right now. So I think we're just going to go in to do some attack attacks. So move 1 water tile 5 spaces. I feel like that's going to help us get into some ranged combat. And I'll show you what I mean, because we can use Katara's ability to ride the water. So we're going to use Stream the Water, move 1 water tile 5 spaces. So we're going to go 1, 2. We're going to sit on top of it. And then we're going to go 3, 4, 5. So that gets us into melee range. Gets us into combat range. Next, we're just going to go straight in for some wailing attacks. Discard Momo. That counts as 2 cards. We'll do 1 point of damage. And the firebenders are now off the board. All that leaves is putting out the fires and dealing with Prince Zuko. If we can deal with Prince Zuko, we get 1 extra Fire Nation dominance point there on the tracker. So, what are we doing? See, she's only taken 1, but it does allow me to move 2. But I am close to number 4, so all I'm really going to do is, I'm going to discard 1. I'm going to move myself next to the fire, and I'm going to keep hold of these cards, because on my next turn, I will need to discard 4 to put out that fire. So, Katara, 3 cards. We will then shuffle. We draw 2, because we draw up to 5. There we go. We flip over Katara's token. We then flip over one of these. It's a blank, which is good. Enemy turn number 2. Let's go. And only Zuko's remaining. Right, so all we do is we ignore, we go down there. Move 3. The closest hero discards a card, then burst attack 2. So move 3. So 1, 2, 3. Closest hero discards a card, which is Aang. So now we can look at the cards, I guess. I mean, before we dive into our hand for our next turn, we'll discard a basic card. So he's down to his 5 because we did get a bonus. And then he does burst attack 2. So only Aang gets hit. Boom. Boom. He is down to 7. It's not the worst. And we then discard it. And a next round begins. So tokens again. So our Jet Ally card is change every number on the next enemy card to 1. I could have used that to knock the power down to 1, but we're okay for now. As long as we don't hit 4, we don't get a wound. And we've not actually had a wound in this campaign just yet, but there's always a chance. And we are flipping that one. Who is it? Katara goes first. Okay, so Katara has her cards. We've got 5 cards. So straight off the bat, we need to discard 4 of them to put out the fire. So we discard 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to keep hold of Healing Surge, which is move a water tile 2 spaces and heal a hero 2. That's going to be really good. So, 4. That is now taken off the board for now. We have done 1 fire. Next, Healing Surge, move 1 water tile 2 spaces. Then 1 hero move through, heals 2. So, water tile here, 1, 2. Ang gets to heal 2, which is really, really good. So that's that done. Katara's turn is over. We then draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's Katara's hand for the next round. And we are now on to our boy Ang. Okay, so Ang is going to try and pummel the absolute heck out of Zuko. Let's have a look. So, for now, we are going to do Staff Twirl. Close to an air tile. He is close to one. He gets to do close attack 2. Close means adjacent next to, essentially. So close attack 2, which means Zuko takes 2 points of damage. Boom and boom. Next, though, we do need to get out of the way because our basic attack is a ranged attack. So I'm going to use Appa, which allows me to move 1 and another character to move 1. We're going to move Katara there, and Ang is going to move there. So he's still in range. Next, we will discard Momo, which counts as 2. We'll do a basic attack. We will send Zuko down to 3, which is half of his life. And then, smart money time. I'm going to discard this card to use Ang's ability. Place an air tile anywhere. So we're going to take the 3rd air tile and we will put it there. So we'll do that. And then finally, glider, place Ang on top of any air tile, which means next turn I'm ready to put out this fire. So we'll do that. Ang's turn done. We draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just enough. Flip over his token, flip up one of these, and we have a blank as well. Lucky. Okay, but the next one we now know is going to be Reignite, which is if 2 or fewer village fires remain, replace the lowest. So what we need to do for our next turn is not put out any fires, because we will be down to 2. Save our cards, just pummel Zuko. So that is Ang done. We are now on to enemy turn. So we flip, and we have... oh no, it's this one. Move 4 toward the high strength hero, burst attack 2. So at the minute, they're both the same. So it's up to us how we want to do this. But I think I'm going to move him towards Ang. Narratively, let's say narratively, Zuko is chasing Ang. He doesn't care about Katara. She's just a hindrance. So he moves 4. 1, 2, 3. And he does a burst attack 2. Now, I may as well utilise our ally Jet. Change every number on the next enemy card to 1. So that means burst attack 2 becomes burst attack 1. And to show we've used him, we flip him over. Ally is now out of commission for this mission. I take 1 damage instead of 2. On to the next round. Let's go. So we flip these. And we are doing... Ang goes first. Okay, so we've got Ang's cards. Right, Ang does need to discard 3 to put out the fire. But remember... as soon as we put it out, we'll be down to 2 and it will auto-reignite, so it's such a waste. So, let's figure out what we can do. We need to heal 2 points. So we could do Gentle Breeze, heal 1 for each air tile that is at least 4 spaces away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we don't have to move any. So we'll do Gentle Breeze. Ang then gets to heal 2. So 1, 2. I may have to just move out of the way just to do an attack and then get myself back in there. Because I'm going to have the cards on the next round anyway. So we'll do discard 1 to move Ang 1. And then we'll discard another 1 to move Ang another 1. And we'll discard 2 to do a basic ranged attack for 1 point of damage, knocking Zuko down to 2. Done. Next we shuffle and we draw our 5. I'm really enjoying this game. It's so cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deck there. Ang's hand of cards. Flip the token. And then we do this. And we knew it was going to be the Reignite, which again is if 2 or fewer village fires remain, replace 1. Now there's 3, so it doesn't matter. So what we do now is we take this blank. We cover that XP space. We are now out of the running for gaining 3 XP for this mission. But it's fine. As long as we get 1, as long as we don't lose, we're okay, aren't we? So we shuffle these. And we now no longer know what is going to be popping up first. So I love the timer in this game. It's very forgiving, but at the same time punishing the longer you play as well. So Ang's done that. Next it is Katara. So Katara's cards. We have 5. Right. Zuko needs 2 points of damage and then he is done. Okay. Okay, so from where she is, she can actually do a massive hit. Discard basic attack. 1 point. Next, we will do Rushing River. Move 1 water tile 4 spaces, then do 1 damage to each enemy moved through. So 4 spaces, I can go 1, 2, 3. 1 point of damage. Zuko is now down to infinite symbol. We have activated the bonus, which means we gain -1 Fire Nation dominance. We are 1 step closer to getting a new action card in our deck. So bonus is done. We can now just work on the objective. So saying that, we get to do move 1 water tile 5 spaces, heal a hero 1. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that water tile is now up there, and we heal 1 point of damage for doing that. So she's up to full, and we need to discard 1 card to put out this fire. So we discard 1. The fire is now out, and she has 1 card left. Now I'm going to keep the card because that thing is still in there, the reignite, and we don't know where it is, but we're in a good position right now. So we'll keep 1 card. We'll end the turn. We draw 4, so we've got 1 there. So 1, shuffle these. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Right, that is turn. That means flip. It's blank. Good. Enemy turn. I might be doing that wrong where I'm flipping the token before the enemy. Oh no, sorry, I am doing it right. You flip the challenge token, then do the enemy turn. Okay, I've just read it. So Zuko stays on the field, and he has this one. Move 4 toward the high strength hero, burst attack 2. So he's leaving Aang now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Burst attack 2 does absolutely. Oh no, they're the same. Sorry, ignore me. They're both on 10. So he would actually move next to me and burst attack 2. You would go for the most punishing effect. So Aang takes a burst of 2 points, which is absolutely fine. Turn ends. We now move on to this one. Here we go. So we shuffle, and to go first is Katara's going first. Okay. Oh, right, Katara, we've got 5 cards. Do we have Stream the Water? We do have Stream the Water. This is going to be very, very fast, guys. Watch this. Move a water tile 5 spaces. Now we're in one, so we can ride the wave. So we get to move 5. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we go there. We place Katara on top of it. We don't get any heals because we're already max. And then we need to discard 2 cards to put out this fire. So 2 cards right there. Fire is there. We are down to 1 fire. Aang needs to pull this. And then what have we got? Place 1 water tile close to Katara. Range attack. Heal any hero 1. Move 1 water tile 4 spaces. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do Water Whip. So I get to move a water tile close to Katara. Then I get to do range attack 1, which we don't need to do because Zuko's an infinite, but I can heal 1. So Aang gets the heal. We've got 1 card left. We just leave it there. Flip that over. Oh, right, and then we flip it. Oh, we draw a card. Very good. So Aang gets a 6th card. Katara gets an additional. It is now Aang's turn. Right, Aang needs to wrap this up and then it's mission complete. So. We just need to, it doesn't matter, move 1, discard 3, and we'll discard the Avatar State one just because, if I can pick the tile up, and that is it. That is mission complete. Very, very good. Awesome. Okay, so put out all the village fires and defeat all Fire Nation soldiers and benders. So, instant reward is Fire Nation dominance goes down by 2. We have passed, so we are getting a card level up, and also, at the end, we get 2 XP. So we're just 1 away from removing a card, and that means we get to take out a weak card in our deck, meaning we can get rid of a basic, making it easier to draw those more powerful cards. So that's the experience tracker and the Fire Nation right now. Next, before we move on, we now get to do a level up. So both Katara and Aang get to choose a new card to throw in their deck. So we'll do a little bit of a clean up. Let me grab these. And how it works is, just like the last episode, if you did watch episode 1, we draw 2 cards from Katara and Aang's level up decks, and we choose one of the cards. So let's get those decks and we'll be straight at it. Okay, I have Aang's level up deck, and as you can see, you get a ton of cards, so there's a lot of replayability in this. Everyone's decks are going to be different. We shuffle, we draw the top 2 cards, and then we choose which one we want to put in our deck. So we have Earthbending, place 1 earth tile anywhere, then tiles on that space, each close attack 1. Wow, that's good. Wind Shear, place 1 air tile anywhere, do 1 damage to each enemy in a straight line between Aang and each air tile. Wow. Earthbending sounds really cool, but I'm kind of wanting to really focus on the airbending right now. That is very, very powerful. So we are going to add Wind Shear into our deck. So that is Aang done. So that goes back into our level up deck. Maybe we'll get it at a later date. Next, we have Katara. So we shuffle. We draw 2. And we've got Nurturing Spirit. This turn, when Katara does a heal action, another hero may heal the same amount. Heal any hero 1. That's really good. Or we've got the Painted Lady. Draw 1 card, then choose one other hero to draw 1 card. That hero does 1 action. Whoa. Okay, so that's boosting healing or giving someone a free action and an additional card. So their next turn, they get to do 1 extra action and have 6 cards. We've got to go with the Painted Lady. That is incredibly potent. So we're throwing that in. And that is the level up stage done. Now, the final piece of this episode is, after the battle, choose 1 to continue your journey. And this is where you guys, the lovely community, the lovely viewers, get to manipulate, sway and flow where this adventure goes. Just like the first episode, A or B. Now, the difference is, whereas in the first mission, this directly led us to this battle map, this is the first instance where we will now encounter, well, they're called encounter cards, so we will now get to see encounter cards, and it is this lovely deck of very nice cards with, it's like an in-between, like a side quest, and we get to do some cool things before the next battle map. So, the 2 options are, do you choose A, recovering? Will you attempt to mend wounds while visiting Omashu, a city where you can ride the delivery chutes like a giant slide? If so, we go to encounter 1. Or B, focusing. Will you attempt to increase Team Avatar's experience by visiting the spirit world to quell an angry forest spirit? And that is go to encounter 3. So, friends, pals, please drop a comment on this video. Let us know where you would like me to go, A or B. I will be tallying those up and probably putting up a community post as well with a nice little picture or something. I'll add those up, and then hopefully, it's not going to be 4 weeks between episodes this time, I promise you. We should have the episode up next week, and then we will carry on this Avatar adventure. But that's all from me for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for taking part. I really appreciate it. I'm really enjoying this game. I hope you guys are as well. I love Avatar. It's one of my favourite franchises, and there is more Avatar content coming very soon as well. Stay tuned for some Avatar Legends role-playing game videos. Until next time, have an awesome one. I will see you very, very soon.